So recently I've been going to college in person for the first time. I took it online initially for 1 year, and now I'm taking it half in person, half online. Something I've been wondering sort of how to do is to actually start making friends in college, because I have a very small pool of friends. I have about 3 friends that I talk to pretty actively, and then outside of that, it's like maybe some people from high school that I still kind of talk to a little bit. So really not a huge pool of people. So I don't exactly know how I'm gonna solve this issue, but I was just trying to think about it and maybe give some advice to some other college students looking to make friends in college, or maybe, you're on your last year of high school and you're wondering. It's good information to know. Personally, I haven't had all the opportunity to do that. Most of the time I'm talking to my classmates. I know a few of them and I talk to them a few times, but I wouldn't say we're like friends, because I don't know how to contact them outside of school. And as far as being in school like 2 days, that's the only time I've ever really talked to them or seen them. I'm sort of just trying to figure out how to make friends in college. And I think the best way is obviously the people in your classes. When class ends, talk to them after class, or try and, be like, yo, wait up, see what they're doing, ask them how their day's going, that sort of thing. And maybe, during class, have conversations, talk about life, whatever. But you're going to have to, do it at the right time. Maybe don't be in the middle of when the teacher's lecturing or whatever. You don't want to be disrupting class or annoying them or something. But maybe offer to help if they were stuck on something, or if they ask for help, or if you need help, ask them for help, that sort of thing. And I guess just try and talk with them. I know if you go to lunch or you get food at your school's cafeteria, that could also be a good place to catch up with them, or try and build a closer friendship or a closer connection. Because if you're both going there and you're both going to get food, be like, yo, we're heading to the same place, what's your favorite food to get at the cafeteria or something? Try and make conversation. I personally don't do a lot of those things. That's why I haven't really been able to do that. But I think if you are, especially if you're at a big time university, state college, bigger colleges, Ivy League schools, whatever, any state colleges, if you're living on campus, it should be a lot easier because you have roommates and stuff typically. But even if you're not living on campus, it could be easier if you choose to eat at the school's cafeteria, or you choose to stick around a little bit. Another good idea is probably joining clubs. I personally haven't, because I just don't have a means of getting there, whenever they would have their meetings currently. So as far as that, I'm probably not going to, but I'm going to consider it for next semester once I get my bike working and stuff. As far as just while you're there, assuming you're not going to the cafeteria and, you're not getting food or going to the library to study or whatever it is people do in college, I would just suggest trying to talk to people. That's really the only way to do it. You can find something to do, or offer to buy them food, or be like, yo, you want to go eat lunch at the cafeteria? You want to go to fucking Starbucks or something down the street? There are definitely a lot of ways to do it, but I figure it's a lot more difficult than saying it. And I think especially for me, saying, giving these ideas, I haven't really been able to. So, I guess take my advice with a grain of salt, but I think it could help if you have the conviction at least to try. The trick really is to be friendly, personable, hygienic. Those are the basics. Obviously, you should already sort of have those down. Once you have that, just kind of talk to people. Be nice, be like, yo, you want to do this? Talk to them. I think friendliness and talking to people is probably the best way to do that. Outside of that, trying to form a connection outside of school, I honestly don't really know, because most of my high school friends, I rarely ever talk to outside of school. Maybe talk to them, try and figure out what they like to do, and then from there, move on and be like, let's say they like playing video games. Be like, yo, you want to play Apex Legends sometime, or Modern Warfare 2, or, whatever it is. You just try and get to know people, and then see if you have any common ground and that sort of thing. I think the key to everything in getting to know people, and especially it's really important in college to get to know people, form connections, make friends, maybe find people that will help you out later in life. Who knows? You don't know how the cookie will crumble, but you should try and find new people to associate with, find people who are like you and who are interested in the same things, and sort of just form a group that you can look towards to help study or to help do this and that. And, maybe maybe not just for the sake of them being helpful to you, but also maybe you just want some people to talk to. And I suppose this advice goes for high school too, but I feel like in high school it's a lot more easy because in college you're not forced to be there. You can just leave at any time. So it's harder to be like, oh, you want to stick around and go somewhere, or you want, in high school you have like lunch at a specific time, whereas college you can do it whenever the fuck you want. So in high school you could be like hanging out with people at lunch or be like, yo, you want to like go to the cafeteria or something. It's not as easy to do that in college because people just can sort of leave and have classes at different times. It's a little more complex. But when you're in like a state university, it's probably better simply because you can talk to people that are like your roommates or your dorm mates or whatever, or people in the same like hall of the dorm as you, or the same like level, may know you, and you may get to know those people a little better. There's more of a community sense there, whereas especially for me in community college, or if you're just not living on campus, there's less a sense of community. You don't really feel like you know many people, maybe just a few people you've met and gotten to know a little bit, talked to a little bit, discussed with, maybe helped with work, or helped each other with work, or worked on a project, or helped them with notes, that sort of thing. Whatever it may be, those are kind of the only ways you're going to be able to connect if you're not in that sort of community space. But it can be a good way to meet new people, and it can be a good way to connect, so I definitely recommend it. But yeah, this is basically just how to socialize from a guy who's not very good at socializing, but hopefully the advice helps. I knew a friend in high school who used to say that some of the best advice comes from people who don't take it themselves, and I think that is a really good saying. And yeah, credit to Ryan from high school. If you're seeing this for some reason, it was good advice. I hope you're all doing well. It's been a while since I posted, I know, but I was sort of figuring shit out as far as what I wanted to do with the YouTube channel. I was sort of just trying to do big things and then just procrastinating them and never doing them. I may still put them out, but right now I think I should just focus on these little commentary videos because I actually do like making them, and I think it's sort of nostalgic, the Modern Warfare 2 gameplay in the background and everything. It's nice. So if you enjoyed, like it, whatever, share, who cares? I don't really give a shit if you do that shit. This isn't a job, this is sort of just a hobby, but I do appreciate any support, that's for sure. That's about all I have to say. I hope you're all doing well. If you're in college, good luck, have fun, and yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next video.